Hey everybody, hope everybody's doing a great day today, having a great day. It's Saturday. It's finally cooled down here in the Marietta Temecula Valley area, so it's actually doable here. Hope you guys are relaxing, enjoying this cooler weather. Okay, today guys, I want to talk about something that I see being done very often in the gym. 99.9% of mostly women are doing this exercise. But before I get started, I'd like you guys to go to my YouTube channel, type in Bill Mabry, subscribe to it, or go ahead and join Weight Loss Made Easy Solution. That's my Facebook page, and it will have a lot of great health videos and exercises and a lot of different fat burning recipes also. And today, guys, just a real quick update. Emily and I are doing our Saturday fasting every Friday night. Emily and I do a date night with some friends, and that's when normally at that one meal on our date night, which is dinner, I'll eat whatever I want. If I feel like a hamburger with fries, I'll do it. And last night was a normal date night, and I had a bison burger, I had some French fries, and I had a small bowl of chili. Well, on Saturdays, this is how I know I'm going to be doing a longer fast. It's a fasting day for me. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays are my fasting days. Saturdays is more flexible. I usually, if I feel like eating at 2, make it a 20-hour fast, I will. But because of what I ate last night, sometimes I don't always eat higher carb, starchy foods on a Friday night, date night. But when I do, I know Saturday I can go ahead and I'm going to fast until tonight. So I'll do a 23-1 fast. And those of you who follow me know I always break my fast, especially the longer ones, with my kefir and my homemade kefir and my chia seeds and my collagen powder and a tablespoon of protein powder before I have my main meal to get my gut ready. So I enjoyed my meal last night. I'm in fat burning now, and I'm going to go until tonight before I have my first meal. Now my first meal tonight will be a higher good fat meal. I'll have 8 to 10 ounces of some type of protein. I'll have some kind of carbs, but it'll be 20 grams or less. I like to keep my last meal of the night very low carbs. I'll do most of my carbs either during the day on non-fasting days, my first meal, or in between I'll do some types of carbs. But today, guys, as I was in the gym today, and I see this over and over. Matter of fact, we go to multiple gyms because we're older and our insurance company pays for it. So I like going to all kinds of gyms. And all the gyms, I'm going to say all the gyms I've gone to, the exercise machine that seems to be the most popular on women is the hip flexor machine. It's the one where you do your legs and you exercise your hips. And the biggest reason, if you ask a person, okay, well, why are you working out on this machine? And 9 out of 10 times, they're going to say, well, because it helps me burn the fat off my hips. And I'm going to tell you, I've been in the industry for over 40 years. My wife and I have been doing this most of our marriage life. We actually made our income. We lived off the money that we did when in the health profession. I'm a retired strength and conditioning coach, and so I've got the experience. I've got the experience under my belt, and I've been through and researched and studied and learned. And I know that a lot of gurus out there, health gurus or exercise gurus, may talk about spot training. But if you look at it as the physiology of the body and how the body actually works, you will learn by some of the research out there that that's not true. Your body is not going to, if you exercise a certain spot, don't think that spot is going to lose body fat. Now, it'll heat up, which will help to create energy, but the body is going to take fat from whatever area it feels like it, and we don't know which area. So that can't be specified and that can't be researched because we don't know, because it could take it from, if you're working your hips on that hip flexor, it may take it from your gut, or it may take it from your butt, or it may take it from your legs. Don't think that exercise is going to burn that fat off in that particular area. And besides, those of you that follow me, I'm drinking my coffee for right. This is my midday coffee when I'm doing a longer fast. Those of you that follow me know that everything I do, or most everything I say, I will always have research on. Right now, guys, I must be doing my job. I must be reaching out to more people because I'm getting slammed by the naysayers, calling me all kinds of really kind of gross names. And those of you that follow me that actually go to my YouTube channels, and in the description section, I will post a blog post there that actually has a science in it to prove what I'm saying. Now, these aren't blog posts, scientific research. This is actually real journals. And most of you that follow me know I like doing that, and I do that because I want you to see that it's just not me saying it. But I have these naysayers out there that are pretty vicious, and I just read a couple of them just a few minutes ago, and boy, I think I know how Trump feels now. But I also don't take it as personal either. I don't really care. The way I'm looking at it is I must be reaching out to more people. That's why I'm seeing more of these naysayers. But what these people are doing is they're actually showing me how ignorant they are, because you guys know that if you go to my YouTube channel and hit the YouTube and go to the description, it's not me. I'm not the one that's saying it. It's the science. So what they're saying is they're smarter than the scientists and the researchers who've been doing the research on it for decades, and that just shows how ignorant they really are. But that's okay. Like I said, I don't take it personal at all. Okay. So let's go back to the topic of doing this hip flexor exercise in the gym to burn fat off the hips. You guys know that I talk a lot about the food. I personally believe, and science is also talking about, it says this, that 98% of why you're overweight, or why your hormones are imbalanced, and why you're adding more hip fat and butt fat and belly fat on the women. I'm talking specifically to the women, and this can also go to men. 98% of the root cause of this is what you eat, the time you eat, and of course the type of water you're drinking. Okay? So, no matter how many times you get on that hip flexor exercise machine, no matter how long you do it, or no matter how many times a week you do it, no matter how long you get on a treadmill or elliptical or a stair stepper or whatever cardio, and no matter how long you do it for, hour and a half to 2 hours, you're not going to reach the goals you're looking for, because you first have to go after the root cause. And you guys have heard me talk about this many, many times. If you don't fix that root cause, then all the exercising in the world isn't going to help you one bit. A lot of you that do go to the gym consistently, look at those people that are on the cardio equipment day after day after day, and look what their bodies are. Their composition hasn't really changed at all. And even if it did, they end up being fat, skinny people. They have no muscle tone at all. They're just fat, skinny. They still have a lot of that white fat on them. Okay? And what they're doing is they're causing major amounts of stress. What does stress do? Stress creates cortisol. Okay? So what they're doing is they're causing a spike in cortisol. Then what they do is they go over to Starbucks. I see a lot of these women that work out tremendously hard, stress, very high stress exercise. Then they go to Starbucks and they order one of those fancy sugary drinks. High spike in, you guys, if you go to my YouTube channel, I talk about this. You cannot break your fast with a high sugar meal or drink because what happens is that insulin spike and cortisol don't mix. You're just going to create more stored fat. So for you ladies that think by doing these hip flexor exercises is going to take off that fat, it's not going to do it all by itself. And besides, spot training there is no spot training. Now some exercise gurus say there is, but there's no proof of that. You have to go after the root cause, and the root cause is to change your lifestyle. You've got to change the foods you're eating. You got to change the time you eat that food, and then you got to drink the right water that's going to help to detoxify you or flush out the metabolic waste or damage that exercising has done to you so that your hormones are balanced. You got to balance your hormones, ladies. If you don't get those certain hormones that are causing you to store fat balanced, you're just wasting your time. Okay? And it's not that hard to do. Okay? Now, if you want to still do the flex hipper exercises because of it just mentally makes you think it does, don't do heavy. Just do it twice a week. Reps, just do a couple reps of it just to make the movement. The more you move, the more energy you're going to use. And if you're on the right meal plan, if you're eating at the right times, and if you're drinking the right kind of water, then what happens is you're going to, by you exercising, is going to raise your metabolism. Then that's when you're absolutely going to dip into your stored fat. You guys have heard me talk about this many, many times. Most of the public here in the United States, because of how they're eating, they are not even dipping into their own stored fat. You got to change that first. You got to change your lifestyle. You got to change what you eat and the time you eat in order to dip in your own stored fat. It is a science, and I've posted hundreds of these scientific research that explains that, but most of you just aren't getting it yet. So before you can even lose that hip, if you're looking to make your hip smaller, then you're going to have to change what your lifestyle is. Now, I also want you to think about this. When you're doing resistance training, I've done a video on growth hormones for men and women. When you do change your lifestyle, you are going to increase your growth hormones when you're exercising, which is a good thing. Because you guys have heard me talk about this many times. You increase muscle mass in your body, this is for men and women also, then you are going to burn more of your own stored body fat if you're on the right meal plan and eating at the right times. You are going to raise your metabolisms, which is going to burn more of your own body fat for a longer period of time after you exercise. Okay? Get it? Now, think about this. If you're eating the right meals at the right time, and you put yourself in an environment where your testosterone and your growth hormones are higher, and you're doing some kind of interval strength training, you are going to increase muscle mass. I got plenty of videos talking about this, and I got plenty of information in those videos on the science of this. Okay, it's proven. It's true. It's factual. All right? Think about this. If you're doing a lot of hip flexor exercise and you're trying to lose inches off your hips, how is that going to happen if you're doing a ton of hip flexor exercises and you're actually increasing your muscle mass in the hip area? You ever think about that? Why is it that a lot of these competitors on stage, these bodybuilders and stuff, if you look at their workouts, they don't do a ton of ab exercises? And there's a reason for it. They'll do ab exercises to strengthen their backs 2 or 3 times a week. Because, if you have strong abs, it's going to help support your lower back. That's very important. But if you're doing too much of them, and you're in the environment of strength or of your growth hormones and your testosterone are up because of the way you're eating and because of the environment you're in, then you're going to build muscle in the abs if you're overworking it and cause your gut or your waist to expand. You see what I'm saying here? There's no difference in that in your hips. The same thing with your biceps. Why is it that when you put yourself in a good exercise routine, followed by a great protocol on how you eat, when you eat, and of course hydration plays a big role, you start to add more lean muscle. That's why your shoulder caps are getting bigger. That's why your biceps are getting bigger, because you're producing new muscle stem cells that's going to help build the lean muscle. Okay? Does that all make sense? So my suggestion to you ladies that are thinking that by doing these hip flexor exercises on those machines is actually a benefit in helping to lower the fat or the inches, you need to back away from that mindset. You have to first change the way you eat. You have to learn on what timing means. And of course, you got to hydrate to be able to flush out the metabolic waste that causes damage to the muscle. All right? So I hope this helps you ladies out there to understand that 98%, if not more, to lose that belly fat or that hip fat or that butt fat is going to be in your protocol on what you eat and the time you eat. Then you're going to see the results you're looking for. But until then, you're just wasting your time doing hours and hours of cardio and tons of these hip flexor machine exercise. It's just not going to get what you're looking for, especially if you're 40 plus. See, women that are over 40, 50, or 60, there's actually a science behind losing that belly and body fat. Now, it's doable. Doesn't matter at whatever age you are. You could be 80 or 90. You are still going to be able to add lean muscle, and you still can lose that excess belly fat and body fat and so forth, and get overall health. Okay? So guys, like I said, go to my YouTube channel, type in Bill Mabry, subscribe to it. Also go to my Weight Loss Made Easy Solution Facebook group page, join it, and you'll get videos and some fat burning recipes on there. So guys, you guys have a great day, and I'll see you at the next video. Have a